Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast, where spiritually open minds come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting, plus weekly angelic insights as I pull cards for the week ahead. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife, to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life, as seen on ITV, Channel 4, and writer for Fate and Fortune magazine. My hope is this podcast is your go-to resource for navigating life with more ease and flow. Whether you're a beginner on the spiritual path or a seasoned practitioner, join us as we unlock the secrets of connection and harness the power of manifestation to create the life you desire. Please rate, review, share and subscribe each episode as we embark on the Angel Mystic podcast. And don't forget to head over to show notes to find all the useful links to many free, amazing resources. Now let's delve in. Hello and welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. We are back today to talk about some of my favourite tools to manifest with. So I'm going to keep this really simple, and I think actually I'm going to have to split this episode. So we're going to delve in with the first thing that I want to talk about, because these tools are simple, they are powerful, and they're accessible to everyone. Everyone can do this. And we need to remember as well that everyone is manifesting in every given moment, whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously. And the belt and braces, the things that I really believe have turned my manifesting into a really powerful tool, is affirmations and visualizations. These are the belt and braces to keep your energy aligned. So when you are hearing me say this, you might automatically start to switch off and think, oof, I already know about affirmations. I don't need to do affirmations. I've tried this before and they didn't work. And I have had people say to me, I've doing my affirmations all week and I've still not manifested. I think, well, no, let's try a little bit longer, shall we? And maybe, we need to look at it and come from it from a different angle. So that's what we're doing today, because I often think that people really overcomplicate and overthink manifesting. And we forget that repetition is a really good way to reprogram your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind is that part of you that is actually manifesting everything you want. It's that this is where the manifesting comes from, is from your unconscious mind and your beliefs. And when you were at school, maybe you got told off and you were doing lines, and it might have been, I must not be late, or I must do my homework. And you were told to write it over and over again. And the reason you were told to write it over and over again, because it was programming your unconscious mind. Repetition does work. So bearing that in mind, when you think about affirmations, that is what you're doing. And it isn't really ever about sitting and forcing and focusing on exactly what it is you want. Maybe, you've a sort of image of thinking that you have to visualize for an hour, of that dream mansion that you want, and then it will manifest. Manifesting needs to sit and fit into your daily life. And yes, doing your affirmations every day is important. In fact, I recommend that you do them twice a day. I also recommend that you tie them into something else that you are doing. But what I do want to say is that we do not manifest by chance. You manifest by the vibration that you are giving out. You manifest what you already are. And for you to believe what it is that you want, believe it as if you've got it now, you've got to do something to change your unconscious mind. So this is where the fake it till you make it saying comes in. And whilst, I'm a little bit split on that, we do have to feel it first. And it isn't that we're being flippant with that, but we are almost we're just talking about what's coming in because we truly and honestly believe that. So what are affirmations? Affirmations are simple thoughts. They're statements. They're always said in the positive. And the things that you choose that are aligned to what it is that you want. You are probably affirming things to yourself every day, all day long, and some of those things might not be so helpful. You might be telling yourself, oh, I'm always late. Oh, nothing ever works out for me. I always have to struggle to do this. There's never enough money. I'm exhausted. These are all affirmations. These are things that you are telling yourself that you believe. And where are they going to get you? They're not going to get you where you want to be. And this is the difference between unconscious and conscious manifesting, because we're always manifesting in any given moment. We're naturally giving out that vibration, that nothing ever works out for me, that I never have enough money, because that's what you believe. So we have to change our thoughts somehow. And this is why I love affirmations so much. And my barometer that my affirmations are working is if they make me feel good. So manifesting starts to become really powerful and intentional with thoughts and sentences that you create, that you're saying over and over again, that are in alignment with what your desires are. Because those affirmations start to interrupt those old beliefs, that old programming that you've got going on. And they start to create new emotional, energetic alignments. And affirmations are not you lying to yourself. Affirmations are about you redirecting your focus, because whatever you repeat and you focus on is going to get stronger. And the biggest mistakes, not the biggest people, the biggest mistakes people make with affirmations is they say them with no emotion, no consistency, no connection. And if your affirmations are not making you feel excited and good, or I can feel my crown chakra now tingling. Honestly, sometimes it's my nose gets tickling, sometimes it's my crown chakra, but I just feel the angels, like their energy just come in. So if you're not feeling good about doing your affirmations, don't bother doing them. You need to switch them out to affirmations that are going to make you feel good, because that is the whole point. It's no good saying your affirmations once and then spending the rest of the day worrying and complaining and moaning and groaning, because it's not going to work. And this is where, when somebody said to me, and it's not just one person, I've heard it a few times, I've done my affirmations all week and still not manifested. Well, you might have done your affirmations for 5 minutes each day, but what have you done with all the rest of the time? Manifesting is not one magical sentence that you can say. It's about creating this new dominant energy within yourself. So I do hear people say as well, how do I say it so I'll manifest it? And it's really about how you feel it, so you will manifest it. We've also got to consider that our nervous system is involved in this manifesting. And if we do not feel safe, if we do not feel like it's okay to receive, it's not going to happen. So sometimes we need to tell ourselves, I'm safe to receive that pay rise. I'm safe to receive that windfall, whatever it is that you want. And your nervous system can settle and feel okay about that by doing affirmations too. If you want your affirmations to work, and I'm sure you do if you're listening to the pod, they need to become part of your everyday life, not just something that you do for a few minutes and secretly believing that nothing's going to change. What really needs to change is your beliefs from the very start. And there's so many ways that we can do affirmations, and I literally struggle to swim without doing affirmations. As soon as I get in the pool, it's like some standard affirmations start sort of like coming through me, and I just start, swimming and affirming at the same time. But I'll also listen to my affirmations. I love affirmations because they make me feel good. And generally, my affirmations will only last about 14 days, and I need to change them because I've generally manifested what I want in that time. And why would I want to keep saying them if I've already manifested it? I want to move on. And when I say manifest it, manifesting is just making something come into your life. It doesn't always mean get it for free. But it might be that I'm manifesting emotional things. It might be that I'm manifesting big things, little things. It's a mixed bag. So there's different ways that we can use affirmations. I can remember years ago when I was going through my divorce, one of my friends turned up at my house with a post-it note, a block of post-it notes, shall I say, and a pen. And she stuck these affirmations everywhere, all over my house, all over the bathroom, on mirrors, on kitchen cupboards, you name it, there was an affirmation there. She was helping me reprogram my brain, and they work. They absolutely work. Saying affirmations in a mirror, they become really powerful. If you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, safe for me to receive more. I love myself as I am. You could do that just every morning as you're getting ready. You're always telling yourself something, and we have to become aware of our internal dialogue. And if our affirmations are dripped in there that are positive, this starts to change. And when you're doing them in the mirror, if you make eye contact with yourself, that's really powerful as well. Starting your affirmations with I am at the beginning, that's I am is that part of you, it's your higher self. That makes them really powerful as well. But you could have your affirmations and you could do them while you're brushing your teeth. There is so many ways to fit in your affirmations into your life. Another way that you can do affirmations is subliminals. And these are, again, powerful affirmations, and they are laid under music or frequency or sounds of nature. And then you can listen to them whilst you're driving, whilst you're sleeping, whilst you're working, cleaning, walking, putting your makeup on, literally anything. You can have them playing, you're listening to the music, but underneath that frequency of the music, there's these powerful messages that are programming your unconscious mind. Now, I've created 3 new subliminals, and I'm putting them all in Spiritual Versity. There's one about love, one about money, one about health, and I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm really enjoying the results. It's making a huge difference. And all I have to do is put them on and go to sleep. It's a great way to end your day. But you could do them while you're fully awake as too. If you're in Spiritual Versity, if you're not, check out the show notes. It's £25 for the whole year. You get loads of good stuff in there. And everyone else that is wondering, why haven't I got them yet that's in Spiritual Versity, they will be available to you at the end of May. We can also do written affirmations. I said, at school you might have written something, I must not be late. But written affirmations, to be fair, are not my favourite way of writing or doing affirmations, simply because we just don't write much these days, and my writing's dreadful. So they can also give you armache if you're writing them so much. But you do you. You do the way that works for you. So I do recommend layering them up. So get into good practice. This is what we do in Abundance Club. We create a daily practice that works for us. People like to do them at different times. Some people like to do them whilst they're getting dressed in the morning or in the shower or driving to work or waiting in a queue. When you've got that moment of like, oh gosh, what should I do? Don't just go doom scrolling. Just start reprogram your unconscious mind. You will soon start to see a difference. And if after, a good length of time, and you haven't manifested what you want, check out whether those affirmations are really, what you need to be doing. Now, I did mention at the beginning the belt and braces being affirmations and visualizations, but I really think that we need to talk about visualizations in the next podcast. Otherwise, this will be too long, and everything I want to produce has got to be short and fit into busy lives, because that's what life is like for the majority of us. But visualizations are a really powerful tool, just like affirmations. And they are, again, programming your unconscious mind. And again, they make you feel good. So I hope you'll come back to next week's podcast and listen to all about visualizations. And, I will say that out of affirmations and visualizations, written visualizations is one of my favorite ways to manifest. So, head into show notes, have a look at Spiritual Versity, come and join us in there. We're nearly a year old, and it is an annual membership, £25 for the whole year. You get the subliminals that are coming at the end of May. You get a grounding and protection meditation. You get an angel sign decoder, so you can understand all your angel signs. You get, what have I missed out? Crystal grid guide, because I always like to do a nice crystal grid at new moon, and I reset my crystal grid then. You also get 2 live events each year, which happen in January and July. We'll be there before we know it, won't we, in July? That's all about intention setting and goal setting. And you get huge discounts of anything else that you want for your spiritual and manifesting journey. So thank you for being here today. Let us do our cards for the coming week. See what the angels want us to know. Let's see what date this is for. It is for the 1st to the 7th of June. Well, it would be funny if I had a card called affirmations, and that would have been the card that came out. But I don't. But I do have a nice balanced week for us, which is good news. We're starting the week with the trust card. This is coming in to remind us to trust and believe what we want is truly possible. If we don't trust and believe that, it's never going to happen. Do look out for coins as one of your signs from your angels, because they're giving you those. It's like the abundance games. They're saying everything's always going to be okay financially, but you have to trust and believe that. Tuesday is the focus card. Keep your eyes on the prize. This is what the affirmations and the visualizations will do for you. Keep your eyes on the prize. Remember that that's the way that you're going. That's what you're putting all your energy into, and it will manifest quicker than you think. Archangel Gabriel comes in for Wednesday. Gabriel is very much the creative, motherly, nurturing energy. And Gabriel wants you to know that you need to get your creative juices flowing. Yeah, it feels like we need to start doing something creative, because from doing that, everything else is going to slot into place. Look out for a little bird coming close to you as a sign from your angels. Meditation is the message for Thursday. You know, there's so many ways to meditate. I hear people say all the time, I can't meditate. It's just something I can't do. There are so many different ways to meditate. There will be one that will, work for you. It could be just even watching a fish tank. It could be sat in the garden watching the birds. It could be doing a walking meditation. But find some way to get out of, it feels like your head's almost like, those adding machines that they used to have, and they go jing, 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 just going round and round and round. And it feels like you need to sort of slow it down, because when your brain is going so fast, you're not going to be hearing your guidance. Meditation really is, well, it's about listening. I always think prayer's about asking, meditation's about listening. And meditation, you're just being told you need to listen. There's guidance that you're not hearing. Friday, it's the abundance. This is a lovely message. This is telling us, look, do you know what? We had this at the beginning of the week, mentioned about money. But look, abundance, it's here for you. Make sure you believe that. Make sure you tap into that. We're living in a world that has a huge financial flow. What goes out, more will come in. It's just the energy. Just don't ever think it's stopping it off. When capping it off, when you spend money, don't think that's it. It's gone. Just think there's more coming. There's more coming all the time. So look out for the angel titles, just like they always do on my head and my nose. That's a way that they're communicating with you too. Number synchronicity is also important this week. As we move into the weekend, we've got the no card. This actually isn't no. This is just don't rush in. I feel like we don't want to make any hasty decisions. We just need to be. That's the message I get on this. We just need to be. Be present, be still, be at one with yourself. Look out for messages in music as well. Sunday, it's all about you. All about you. So make sure you address your own importance. Look out for messages in cloud formation. That's our messages for this week. I will see you next week. We're going to talk about visualizations. Come on back. I will see you soon. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and got value from it. If so, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with your friends. It really does help in more ways than you realise. You can find out more good stuff between episodes. Just search The Angel Mystic on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you'll find me there. And I would love to connect with you more over in my free group on Facebook. Check out all the links in the show notes.